Hey, what up, YouTube? It's your boy MOG, Saved by Grace. Hey, at the moment in the stock market, where you ought to be if you're not already, AI, artificial intelligence, is one of the hottest things that's moving different stocks and different companies' stock price at the moment. Artificial intelligence. Hey, would you believe me right now if I told you that I was AI? That the video that you're looking at right now is artificial intelligence. Would you believe that? If I told you that I was AI, that you're not seeing what you think you're seeing right now at the moment, would you or would you not believe it? Because I look real, but you never know. Don't I look real from the front? Eyes, blink, squint, mouth moving from the side. Look real. No, I was just messing with you. I'm not AI. I know AI though, Allen Iverson. But I got two stocks that I think you want to check out. And if I were you, I would look at these two stocks more sooner than later, because both of them are about to start moving more than they already have been moving. The first stock is one that pretty much everybody knows of. Been around for a while, but as of the past maybe 3 months or so, the stock price has been taking quite a bit of a hit due to a lot of things that's going on in the market. It's really beat this one down. But I'm looking at this price that I wrote down, and currently stock number one that I want you to check out and do your own due diligence on is trading at about $113 per share. And the name of that stock is AMD, Advanced Micro Devices. AMD, currently trading at about $113 a share. I got two bangers, and this is banger number one. I want you to do some research on this. And if you're looking for a stock that you can kind of depend on for the next few years plus to come, this is a banger that I think you need to put on your radar. AMD, Advanced Micro Devices, is a worldwide semiconductor company specializing in computer chips, microprocessors, and data centers. It's a tech company, a lot like NVIDIA. Now, a lot of people look at the price of NVIDIA. The past year or so, it has been going absolutely crazy. But I gotta tell you the truth. NVIDIA, I mean, you can still buy shares in it, but right now it's pretty much so overvalued that I don't really want no parts of it. Now, NVIDIA went up a whole lot past few years or so. But I hate to be the one to break this news to you, but as far as getting in to NVIDIA with a lot of room left to run, sorry, you missed it. I mean, yeah, moving forward, yeah, it'll be, it'll do its thing. But that meteoric rise that NVIDIA had from $2, $3 a share on up to the price that it is now, sorry, you missed it. But AMD is a lot like NVIDIA. AMD is fairly valued. Let me change that. AMD is undervalued, which means that the price of $113 a share should be more like $150 a share, $160 a share. So you're looking at least 35 to 40% potential upside from these levels right here. Now, I'm a chartist. I like stock charts. I like charting stocks that I like. Now, I looked at the stock chart of AMD, and the one thing that I look for when I'm looking for a stock price that's about to rebound and turn around, that's institutional buying. Institutional buying, you can tell just by the amount of shares that's being bought and sold in a particular day, whether it's me and you buying it, 2-3 shares at a time, or whether it's millionaires and billionaires and companies buying this just by the spikes that's seen and shown on a stock chart. Now, for those that need a good website that you can chart stocks and look at them and read levels and find out when is a good time to buy, get detailed information on stocks and companies. Me personally, I use finviz.com. That's Finviz, finviz.com. Excellent. Use it every day. So I was looking at Finviz and I pulled up the chart of AMD. Now I looked at some information that they had on AMD on Finviz, and I wrote it down so I would make sure I wouldn't forget. The earnings per share of AMD this year is up over 40%. EPS for AMD is up 40+% for this year. But looking at the price of $113, that $113 price is not reflecting the fact of these earnings being up over 40% in the past calendar year. So that lets me know that this stock, this company, AMD, Advanced Micro Devices, is severely undervalued. Because I'm going to tell you what made a lot of these tech stocks go down. It just happened a few weeks back when they released DeepSeek R1, China's version of ChatGPT. A lot of stocks crashed in the tech sector. A lot of technology companies that were kind of overvalued, but not crazy as far as what people were paying for shares. But yeah, they were a little high, but a lot of them crashed. And they have been kind of going down since then. Come up a little bit, go down a little bit. Come up a little bit, go down a little bit. All because of DeepSeek R1, China's version of what we have, ChatGPT. Now, one thing I can tell you about stocks, and one thing I can tell you about people who invest in stocks, more often than not, people tend to overreact to news concerning stocks. I don't know what it is, man. People scared to death. When the stock go down or a day or two, everybody want to jump out, start selling. Anybody trying to buy no dip. Everybody trying to dip. They trying to dip, not buy a dip. Everybody trying to dip and go out. And when there's a lot of selling going on, it creates a lot of downward pressure. Now, one thing I noticed about selling and downward pressure, it really doesn't make a difference whether it's a good company or a bad company. Once cats start selling, that price coming down, man. So the key is to look for undervalued stocks of very well-run companies, which AMD is, and buy that stock when that stock seems to be falling. Now, just don't jump into it. Don't ape into it and buy it at any price. Go to finviz.com or whatever stock charting site that you want to use. Once you start to see volume spikes, and once you start to see that stock price close in the green, positive, with high volume, that lets you know that big money, institutional money, is buying that. So once again, AMD, EPS this year over 40%. Expected earnings per share for next year is slated to come in over 30%. Over the next 5 years, the expected earnings per share is growing up to 27%. Earnings, the money they're making, is growing. So this is a severely undervalued stock. Now the price target I saw for AMD is right around anywhere from $147 up to $160. Once again, that's about 35% upward growth from where prices are today. So you're getting a sale. And the CEO, who is excellent, I forgot her. Her name is Miss Lisa Su. Excellent, very smart lady. Now, this is the lady that took over for AMD as CEO, I want to say right around 2017. At that time, the price of AMD was $10, $12 a share. And she grew that stock price from $10 a share on up to near $200 a share. Lisa Su, go Lisa. She know what she's doing. Excellent CEO. So once again, at $113, AMD should be priced more like $150, $160. And I will go as far as to say that you might want to get on this one more sooner than later. Because trust me when I say, 2 months from now, AMD is not going to be trading at $110 or $113. 6 months from now, it definitely is not going to be trading at $113. Because what I see lets me know on that stock chart that AMD is about to blow up. No, it's about to go up. I'm telling you, it's not financial advice. I'm just a dude on YouTube. But I'm a dude on YouTube that know about these stocks. Yes, Lord. I don't know about a whole lot, but I do know about these stock charts. And what I see on the stock chart of AMD is letting me know it's going up. So if you want something that's solid to put in your portfolio for the next few years that's going to appreciate in value, I hope you appreciate this value. I'm telling you, AMD, I got mine. Get yours. Now, if you're looking for something that's a little bit more risky, that's cheaper than AMD at $113, I got something for you, man. Another company goes by the name of Super Micro Computer Incorporated, ticker symbol SMCI. Super Micro Computer Incorporated, ticker symbol SMCI, is trading right around $48 per share. Now, this one right here, would be fairly valued anywhere from $65 up to $80. So we're looking at almost 45 to 50% potential upside from where it's priced today. Matter of fact, this stock was $5 cheaper per share when I was supposed to do this video a couple of days ago. I suppose it did it on Friday. It done went up since then, before I even put the video out. SMCI, Super Micro Computer Incorporated, already went up. I ain't even get a chance to tell you and warn you. But it's another play on AI. It's a server and computer cloud service company. Now, they've been having a whole lot of downward pressure here lately. I want to say about 2 months ago, they had some accounting issues as to where when they started going over the records of the financial statements of Super Micro Computers, they found out that stuff seemed like it wasn't really adding up. So the SEC looked into it, and they said, hey, you need to clean up these accounting errors. Now, trust me when I tell you, spoiler alert, when they did the investigation, there was nothing found within the financial records that you need to be concerned about. They were threatened with being delisted off of the NASDAQ. Now, that was a big deal, because when they start threatening to take you out of the NASDAQ, people panic. Because if you pull out of the NASDAQ, then your price per share will reflect that. And it's going to go down a lot, in other words. So people start doing what people usually do. They start selling hand over fist, jumping out of Super Micro Computer Incorporated. Then I start looking at this thing, and I'm like, wait a minute, that price is way too low. Because if they're not going to get delisted, which now they still have till the end of the month to turn in their paperwork for the investigation. But I started to think about it. If Super Micro Incorporated don't get delisted, then this stock is undervalued by like 40 to 50% on top of where the price used to be 6 months ago. Think about it. How many times has something been said about a company that you may own that crashed the stock price for a few months and you jumped out of it? And then 6 months later, you go back and you happen to see the stock price of said stock that you got scared and sold your shares in. How many times has that happened where you happen to see that stock price rising and higher than what it was when you sold your shares and ran for the hills? It ain't just you, trust me. I've done it too. Because when a stock price of a company falls and falls sharply and falls hard, you really don't know how low it's going to go. So I get it, Sometimes I get, to be where I'm shaking in my boots too. But how many times, think to yourself, how many times have you jumped out of a stock and took even a small loss, $200 or whatever it is, not enough to send you to the poorhouse, might point you to the direction of the poorhouse, but it won't send you to the poorhouse, and you sell out of a stock. And then later on, you notice that that stock price is a lot higher than when you jumped out of it. Trust me when I say Super Micro Computer Incorporated, ticker symbol SMCI, is going up. Same thing. I look at stock charts daily. That's what I do. I don't see everything, but when I am alerted of a potential buyer, as far as a company that I may want to invest in, whether it be from a YouTube video or just somebody mentioned something to me, first thing I do is I go and look at the stock chart. And I'm looking for two things. One thing I'm looking for is to see a base being formed at a certain price, and that price of the stock is respecting that support level, is what it's called, where it doesn't really go below that point, and when it does, it quickly recovers and goes higher from that base level, from that support level. That's one thing I'm looking for. Second thing I'm looking for, institutional buying. In other words, high volume trading. Because when the institutions and the companies and the millionaires and the billionaires start buying, a company's stock price is going up. That's what I wait for. I wait for that thing to round out at a base level, a support level, and maintain above that specific level. And the second thing is looking for them green shoots, is what I call them. High volume buying. Let the institutions, let the smart money let you know when to get into a stock. They don't call them smart money for nothing, man. Think about it. They got information that you and I don't have. Now, of course, with the internet now, we can kind of catch up to them a little bit, and we can get a lot of information. But we're not on that same level as the smart money investors are, because our information is on the internet, which is cool. You can find some real good stuff on the internet, but ain't nothing like somebody who's affiliated with that company telling this person who's got $1 million, hey, we're going to beat the lawsuit. Hey, we're not going to get delisted. Buy shares in this. Ain't nothing more reliable than somebody who's got insider information on what stocks you should buy or sell. So, follow the money, baby. So, once again, Super Micro Computer Incorporated, ticker symbol SMCI. Also, AMD. These are two stocks that I think you need to pay attention to. Not financial advice, but just makes good sense to me. If you haven't done so yet, I ask that you please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, drop a comment down below, and your boy gonna see you the next time. Because I'm waiting on Monday, because I need to buy me some more of each one of these. Now, word to the wise, Super Micro Computer Incorporated, ticker symbol SMCI, that is a bit more risk involved in that stock, simply because they are still in the process of cleaning up their little accounting issues. By the end of this month, that should be over. So come March, you can wait if you want to, but you're going to pay more for that stock. I'm telling you, this ain't what I heard, it's what I know. But you do your own due diligence. But I just got to let you know that this one does carry more risk. If you're looking for something that's safer to invest in, hey, go with AMD. Can't go wrong with that. Both of them got upside, but Super Micro Computer Incorporated got a whole lot more jet power to the upside. But AMD, steady Eddie. Can't go wrong with steady Eddie. It's your boy, MOG. I'm going to holler at you next time. Peace.